Johnny Cooper.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video, and today we have a special package that just came in, courtesy of Casey. So as I've been telling you guys multiple times, the scale that we have is, we're not really sure if it works properly, so we got a new scale today, and we're gonna test it out and see if it works. So if my weight is the same as it was in the other video, then that means I was wrong. Oh yeah, that seems accurate. Finally.
Wait, weigh yourself on that one, because I just want to see.
So that was 218. I'm probably gonna do that again. And this is the scale that pretty much gives us a different weight every single time we step on it. Oh, it's 218.6. So wow, maybe I just lost some weight. Because this morning, I promise, I stepped on this before Sam got here, and it still had me at 220, and I was okay. There's no fucking way I've stayed at 220 for like 5 weeks. Like, there's just no way. So it's just, yeah, it's kind of off. I'm gonna step on it one more time. Okay, 218.6. I'm being caught red-handed lying to you guys. Wow, so yeah. The good news is that scale decided to work today, and I decided to lose some weight. The bad news is, actually there is no bad news, but damn. I promise you that scale was definitely saying 220 this morning. I promise you. But anyways, let's give you guys a physique update. I'm actually, as of today, 13 weeks out from a show that I plan on doing. I'm actually planning and shooting for doing the Las Vegas show again this year. Last year I did that show. I came in 4th place. I think it's USA Championships. It was around July 24th. This year is gonna be around the same time, July 25th and 26th. I'm hoping that with everything that's going on, this show is still able to happen. But that's where I've switched and turned like my gears towards, is that show and getting ready for that show. So we're gonna start prepping as if I'm 13 to 14 weeks out. But here is a quick morning update before some food. I had some water this morning and some coffee, but that's it. This morning I kind of feel watery. I don't feel as dry as I usually do. Maybe because I didn't really sweat that much over the weekend, but I definitely can tell and feel that I'm leaner as well as the scale telling me that as well. Sam just got a 1DX, so hopefully the quality makes me look better. We're gonna hop into a breakfast clip, and then we have some cool stuff that we're gonna show you guys today.
Okay, live from Aruba, script, au revoir. I need my respect and I need moolah. Oh, good I cheese, young Ghana angel with the features like I'm Sudanese. When your people good, it puts you at ease. When your people good, it puts you at ease. Dying from police, Jesus died at 33. Ain't no guarantees, what the hell they'll do to me.
How do people see you that can burn the man? 22 years on a personal brand.
All right, so for the first meal of the day, before we get our day started, we have some dark chocolate Kodiak cakes. I did 2 servings of that, 2 strips of turkey bacon, and a whole cup of egg whites. We have 60 grams of protein, 56 grams of carbs, and 12 grams of fat. A lot of people ask me what I season my food with. I stick to salt and pepper. Every now and then I'll, I guess, veer into doing like all-purpose seasoning, but most of the time it's just regular salt, regular pepper, and it does the job for me. For syrup, I'm using the Walden Farms. I've been using this since like 2014 actually, or maybe even 2013. If you go back on my Instagram, you'll probably be able to see this back in the protein pancake days. But I've been using Walden Farms for a long time, and then I've just started realizing that these fat-free whipped creams, they do the job. They kind of get your cravings out of the way. 1 gram of carb per 2 tablespoons, so I'll probably drizzle this on top of the Walden Farms and devour my breakfast for today. Alright guys, so we just pulled up to the new and almost improved Athletic Empire gym here in Pearland, Texas. So of course, I was at the previous Athletic Empire gym. That gym was actually sold and relocated to this area. We're gonna have Sam do a quick edit of where we're at right now, and then we're gonna get into more details, and then we're gonna kill a badass chest workout here, just like old times. It's at the new location.
What y'all out here for, man? What you here for, huh? Does your life matter? Does your life matter? You ready for this? You ready to take control? Are you giving up control, or are you taking control? Huh? You know what happens. You know what happens when people don't take control. They get deleted. You ready to get deleted, or you ready to take control?
Alright guys, so far, what would you rate today's content as far as like quality? The 1DX versus the A7 III. So we're on the 1DX today. I think it looks amazing just from looking at the clips on his camera, but this is my first time taking pre-workout and probably on camera, well, even off camera. It's my first time taking pre-workout in probably 5 to 6 months. And I saw this sour gummy worm flavor on the 1UP Nutrition site, and I was like, you know what? I've been wanting to try this. It's pretty new on the website, and I'm getting to that point in prep where I'm starting to kind of feel pretty tired, and I want to have good ass workouts because good workouts really matter, and good cardio sessions. So today I'm gonna start off by taking half a scoop of this. Yeah, so half a scoop is only 175 milligrams of caffeine. Damn, that means a full scoop is like 350. That's crazy. So yeah, I'm doing a half a scoop today, and we're gonna get this workout started. I'm also gonna give you all a taste test review of the sour gummy worm flavor. Even though I'm not gonna be enjoying it like with water, I'm gonna down it, but you need to try that.
Yeah, I'm wound up in the me step up, I've been waiting all day. Into the game like I'm wearing warm-ups, nah, I don't play. Born with a curse, fake rappers in my universe, that's way. Man to the game, so if you catch me with a stack, that's bait. Woo! Usually rhyming is where you can find me. Ain't no rowing team, but the crew behind me. Fake friends kill me, but the truth revive me. Winning despite the fact you despise me. All I do is rep the homies, homie. I don't listen to birds, you gotta show me. You ain't talking money, then you talking cheap. We a pack of wolves and we gotta eat.
Yeah, feel brand new, feel brand new, feel brand new. Me and my crew, feel brand new, feel brand new. So we feel brand new, feel brand new, feel brand new. Me and my crew.
All we ever do is thunder up. We hit the stage, we ready to raise, we thunder up. Thunder up. Stay in your place, we get in your face and thunder up. Thunder up. We hit the stage, we ready to raise, we thunder up.
Alright guys, so just wrapped up a solid chest workout with my boy Rubio, Jose, and Sam. Real quick, we kind of wanted to, I guess, do a part 2 of the first video we did about November of last year, where we showed y'all, or we talked about starting a gym. The title of this gym is investing in a gym or buying a gym. This video, I kind of want to, now that we're actually in the step, or he's actually in the steps of starting a new gym. He's currently investing in this place. You guys have seen this facility. Sam has shown you guys this facility just to give you an idea. How much square feet is this?
The gym floor space is about 5,000, and I think we have maybe 2,500 extra with the office and everything, and we have like the patio and stuff. But luckily this spot has like 20 plus parking spots, So that's something that we also want to look at.
Yeah.
And stuff that you don't think about. You think about gym square footage, but you need the infrastructure to support it. So
Yeah.
so a big upgrade.
So when it comes to location, how did you guys know that this was the right location for you guys? Like,
Well, when starting a gym, you obviously want to look at what kind of clientele you're going to bring and the areas surrounding your gym. So if you're really far off from neighborhoods and stuff, how are people going to find you and why are they going to come to you? So right here, we're located on the front side of the entrance, right off of Beltway 8, which is a main highway. And then behind on the back entrance, so it would be the exit of the gym, we have maybe 4 neighborhoods on the back side. And on the opposite side of the highway, we have apartment complexes. So it's a dense amount of people. So that's where we want to build clientele in. So that's why we kind of picked this area, because we get the best of both worlds. And you're able to see it right off the highway. So.
Yeah, very true. It's very noticeable right off the highway. One other thing, a lot of people think that you can just buy a facility or rent out a facility and just start a gym and start having people come through. That's not as easy. It's not as easy as it sounds. You have to get permits, insurance. Can you tell us about that so people can know?
Yeah, so the big thing would be whether you're renting a unit, a storage unit, you still have a lease to agree to. So check the minor details, like if there's stuff surrounding it. Like here, I mean, we're still making mistakes even at this time. We could have negotiated cutting the trees outside, cleaning it up. Try to negotiate that stuff beforehand when you choose a location. But some of the things we need to have for injuries and stuff is a liability insurance for the property. So if someone gets hurt here, it's not going to be on the person renting you the property. They have nothing to do with it. So it's for their protection and yours as well. So you don't have issues with the person, because any type of lawsuit, you're not going to be fighting the public. It's going to be, you're the middleman. So you're the one with all the risk. So, and then check your state. We don't have as many permits when it comes to gyms, but you do need to have occupancy, the permission to allow people to come to your facility. Because if the property doesn't have occupancy, you're basically going to be closed off to the public, because you're not allowed to have the public here. So those would be some of the things. Insurance is big, and then the way you structure your contract with your landlord. Look at every detail, because you might sign a 3-year lease thinking you have a lot of opportunity, realize that you're not going to be able to afford the 3 years, and then you're stuck in a contract. You're going to have to see how to break it and stuff. So that's
a great segue into my next question. That's a great question to answer, by the way, because a lot of people think that you can just lease out a spot and then start having hundreds or 50 people come work out at a time. It doesn't work like that. You'll get in trouble. You'll get fined pretty much if you don't have the right permits and insurance. Or if someone gets hurt, you'll be pretty screwed. Next question, what are some monthly expenses our viewers can expect when it comes to investing in a gym? What is some overhead costs that you'll experience every single month, no matter what? Yeah,
so nowadays, if we just talk about the big ones, rent, whether you're paying $10,000, $5,000, or $1,000, that's the first thing they look at, but there's stuff that's gonna add up. So gyms, electricity, depending on if you have natural light coming in or not, that's gonna be your biggest bill. You have water, and most people don't even look at how the internet is here. So here I don't get any cell phone service, but we're already got people coming to install, and business contracts are way more expensive than your regular home contract. So you might be paying 3 times the rate. So you gotta really look at those rates before you invest in a property. Don't get excited, sign a contract, and then realize your overhead's gonna be $5,000 more than what you expected. So our insurance, we pay that yearly, which is the liability for the renters. Sometimes you're able to split that up into 2 payments, but this property, they were requiring a $2 million insurance for their liability, which major companies, like at my previous location, I was paying $1 million. So that rate, most insurance companies won't even take you because you're high risk. So the landlords, we're the first business that this style of gym, they were usually doing like a safer type business. So they're really worried about it. So they pushed us for the $2 million, which made us take a couple extra days to find someone to even rent us or give us a contract for that insurance. So, and it came out to about 40% more expensive. So, but it's something that we had to do. So research all that with the landlord, and those are just the beginning steps, because we haven't even talked about, whether you have to pay, clean up our garbage outside for the amount of space we have. That's coming out to almost $200 a month. So it's simple little stuff that's gonna add up.
Man, those are things that like people need to, because I get a lot of DMs from people saying, "Oh, I want to start a gym," or "Next year I'm trying to start a gym." I guarantee you 8 out of 10 of those people don't understand that there's little costs and expenses like that can really eat you up. Like that's $200 for trash.
Yeah, just to have the dumpster out there. So a lot of the thing that's going to add up to is at the end is that what is an affordable rate that you can charge monthly per customer. So if you're thinking,
that was my next question.
Yeah, if you're thinking, oh, my facility's X amount of square feet, I can have, 200 members, and you're gonna have to charge them $70 a month. It's gonna be really hard for you unless you're offering something crazy or something that people really have an attachment to for you to be able to get that $70. So for us, here we're going to be shooting around the 40-50 range. We'll do contracts because this type of business is more going to be where we need to know how many people are having. We want them to stay here long. So, and we're going all in on like the lobby. We're doing upgrades like that so that we don't feel like we're robbing you for those $40 or $50. So you guys
are having Hani come through.
Yeah, so Hani's going to come through. We're going to do top of the line. For the lobby, the gym, we're working on all that, bringing the best colors, the best look, and we're even gonna have public Wi-Fi, so little stuff like that towards where, if you're trying to post something on Instagram, you can't, it's gonna get annoying after time. So we're looking at all the minor details so that when we do charge 40 or 50 a month, you know that you're getting your value back. So
another thing, I feel like a lot of people think that they can start a gym and be at the gym to run the gym by themselves completely from sun up to sundown. That's not how things work. I think you're definitely going to need to hire an employee or two. What are you guys thinking when it comes to employees?
So when it comes
trainers
to
and employees,
trainers, it's going to be more based off the clientele. We have volume people. We're going to be pumping ads for personal training. So as that grows, we're going to hire more trainers on. We're going to see what structure, percentage, or if we just charge them like a rent for the location, but for sure front desk. So we're gonna take care of more of the owners of the place. Are gonna handle the management until we grow to a point where we're gonna hire an assistant manager. So I'm not trying to be here all day and stuff, and I don't want to handle the minor stuff that's gonna take up your cost, because every hour you have is valued. So you have to pay yourself, and that's where people think like I'm gonna work for free. But if you're working 100 hours a week, then you're working yourself broke. So then we're gonna assign ourselves a salary, and then we already hired on for someone for a night shift. So we're gonna be 24 hours Monday through Thursday, and they're gonna be working 8 hours day shifts or night shifts for 4 days. So that's 32 hours that we have to pay. So we're gonna assign him a salary, and that's already our first payroll, and that's each week, whether we're making money or not, we have to pay him. And we're gonna have to hire a day person to come in during maybe the 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. shift. So, and then everyone pitch in their time when they're free, but at minimum we had to hire 2 employees for this place.
Okay. So you would say at least 2 employees to get your
2 employees, whether you're paying $10 an hour, minimum wage, 12, you have to pay them accordingly. If they're managers, you got to pay them the manager money. So
especially if they're going to be dedicated to like making sure this guy. You have to find employees that are passionate about this gym as well.
Yeah, because
it's very important.
Yeah, the success in any business, I'm sure you see in your clothing, doesn't matter, is your turnover rate. You want to have employees long. You don't have to retrain, because training is expensive. Training takes time, and you're wasting money on an employee. You might pay them 2 months of a salary, and then you got to start brand new with someone else.
So last question. I think this is another. I think all these questions have been important. I think these are like some key, topics that you guys should. If you're out there and you're looking to start a gym, these are some very, very key topics you guys should keep in mind. Refer back to this video if you're trying to start your gym. You're gonna want to fill this place up. You're gonna want to have enough members to where your members can eventually cover your monthly expenses, right? And then also make profit on top of that as well, right? So I was even telling him last time I was here that one perfect way of doing that, since he's by the neighborhood, is getting 3D graphic cards printed out with Athletic Empire, having a promotion on there, and literally going door by door to every single house in the neighborhoods around here and just leaving a card that says, come try out our gym for free. This is your free voucher, come try it out. No, $0 installation fee or some shit like that. What do you guys have planned as far as that?
For marketing, we are gonna have like a launch party type event thing, and we are gonna go out to the apartments, the neighborhoods, and to businesses, because these people are working here. They might get off a shift. There's Studio Movie Grills across the street, a couple of restaurants. So we are gonna go hit those markets, and because we already know they're going to be here, and usually people with jobs are there for at least a year, 2 years, or longer. So those are the people that we're going to target because they're long-term clients. So we're going to go give them some promotions, invite them to the gym, and just let them know that we're here. Let them check the place out. But that's the first step, is getting them in here. Once they're in here, we have to have equipment to support it, enough, plates, enough, the machines we just purchased, about 25 new pieces. All that is so that we can support the traffic coming through. So we can't just start at a high rate or start at a low price per month, and then, they sign up the first month and then we bump them up to 50 in 6 months. So we're going to target the businesses and the residential areas. So we're going to do like those ads. We're going to do free, discounts for signing up during that time period, and usually in the first 3 months we're going to be pumping that, and we're going to get on Facebook, run some ads and all that. That's Instagram. Good. So
that's pretty much it. I'm sure there's a lot more, but I think if you get those 5, I think we did 5 or 6 questions. If you get those 5, 6 questions and you answer them and you see that you can do at least most of what we've said, then you're probably in a good place to, another question, when it comes to getting funding, I know a lot of people don't have those funds. What are some ways you can go about getting funding for a gym? Because you don't have to give me an exact number, you can give me a rough estimate. The cost of equipment that you have in there, what would you say you spent on it?
Because I Googled on average just to know where I was shooting. So I had an advantage through my other businesses that I'm enrolled in a lot of auctions across the country. I helped Christian find some machines. I purchased some in Arkansas. I just bought my cardio equipment in Vegas from government surplus type liquidations. But if you don't have access to those things, like, you really have to know per square footage how many machines. And I think Arsenal, they had a list saying that for every 5,000 square foot of a gym space, you had to have something like $100,000. So it can get pricey. Of course, used and new, you can lower that, but I wouldn't rush the investment. If you can store some of these stuff, buy it cheap, at the cheapest price, and hold on to the equipment, and once you're ready, look for a space. But majority of the equipment that I spent on my last purchase was maybe in the 10 to 15 range, but we probably got all that half off.
Yeah.
So
that's good. So just shop smart.
Yeah, and if you're looking for funding, that is the toughest part. They're gonna look at your credit, they're gonna look at your risk. You really have to have a business model in place and somewhat of an experience, because you're a startup. So maybe start branding beforehand, have an established brand, because you have to show the potential of your business,
so
and
loan you money.
And prove to them that you're a safe risk and that you can borrow 50 grand. So majority of it, it's going to be your own investment, your own money, or you're going to have to work hard for it. So once you save up 20, 40 grand, it's going to be hard for you to start spending all that, because you're going to spend it all. But at the end of the day, if you're really committed to what you want and your goal, you're going to have to go all in. So if you're not ready to go all in on these types of things, you're better off just...
It can be iffy.
Yeah.
It can be iffy.
And it's a risk of business. You might lose, you might have to liquidate, get half of it back, and just take half your loss. But I mean, if not everyone have a business, and everyone would do it.
It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Russell was in the same boat. I think Russell and Rubio, they embody the same mindset when it comes to a gym. It's just really wanting to start a gym. You can't be on the border, I want to start a gym because everyone else is doing it, but I'm not really passionate about it, but I'm going to do it because it seems cool, and everyone else everyone else would think it's cool. You have to actually be passionate about it. You have to want it to succeed. You have to live, breathe, and sleep it. And that's what Rubio does. That's what Christian does. That's what Russell does. I'm obviously not doing that because I don't have the time for a gym. But yeah, I think this was a pretty insightful, informational video for those of you guys out there that are looking to start a gym. Just flash back to the last 10 to 15 minutes and replay some of those topics in your head. This is Athletic Empire Gym in Houston, Texas, Pearland to be exact, right?
Yeah, Pearland.
More so Pearland area. With me being 13 weeks out, he's actually going to be competing as well in a show before mine.
Yeah, I think we're 12 weeks out. So okay. I think you'd be 14 if it's Vegas.
14, yeah, 14. Yeah. So 14 weeks out. This is a gym that I'm going to be training at as well as Alpha Land until prep is over. So you guys will see me here a lot. This gym will probably be opening up pretty soon here.
Yeah. I think if all this kind of, we're going to deal with criticism for opening up and stuff like that. But as soon as they say gyms can open up, my lease starts and we're paying bills, we're paying the rent here. So It's like, yeah, I can't. I don't have a choice at that point. Either I take a loss until the public thinks it's cool, but we're gonna open up and we're gonna take safety measures to make sure everything's okay. And I think we're looking at the end of the month, so maybe the 1st or the 30th, 28th or something like that. But we're working fast every day. The gym's gonna change right now. And I also wanna say, if anybody has questions, I don't mind taking the time, comment on his videos, and if I have time, I'll go there and answer some of them personally, just so for anything we missed out, maybe I'll answer a couple questions for people. So if you're already starting a gym or looking to, you know, take a few steps towards it, maybe I'll help you find some clarity. So I'll go to his YouTube and go down the comments and try to answer some of them for you.
Yep. Well, that's pretty much it. I'm hot, sweaty. I need to go shower. I need to rehydrate. But appreciate it, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, bro. For sure.
So a couple years back, I haven't never told you guys this, but The Rock has actually called me up for a tryout. That was like around the time bodybuilding and everything, INAKA was kind of taking off for me, so turned them down. But today, woke up to another email from them. They were saying that they're short a player. They just traded Clint Capella, so they're looking for another big man. Not really in height, but more like in width. And PJ Tucker's been struggling down low, so I'm gonna go inside and try out. Wish me luck, man. I'm just kidding. We're about to shoot the basketball tees. I haven't even given them a name yet. Courtside. That's good, right? The courtside shirts that'll be launching this Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We have Amanda, we have a boyfriend Hayden, and then Trey was supposed to be here as well. Trey is a trainer, famous trainer at Alpha Elite, based out of San Antonio. Don't know where he is, but you'll see him in a second. This video, this concept, this shoot is about to be badass, and Sam's gonna give you guys a snippet of it. Transition.
Yeah. A 200 millas en un jet si tú quieres te lo meto aquí. Debajo del sol, debajo del sol. A 200 millas en un jet si tú quieres te lo meto aquí. Debajo del sol, debajo del sol.
Alright, so I just got back from the park. Hope you guys enjoy that content. If Sam's, hey, every time I start talking, guys. So anyways, just got back from not the gym, but from the shoot. Yes, King. And I'm about to make my Snap Kitchen order of the week. And I've never showed you guys this before, how I order, or I've never ordered online actually. But this is gonna be I've played around with the website and I kind of figured everything out now. But simply, you'd come to the website, you'd go to the components, which is what I would do, me being in prep. If I want some chopped almond crusted chicken, which is actually really great macros. I think it's like 3 grams of fat per 4 ounces. And then I'd order, today I'm gonna order a shit ton of grilled chicken breasts, a lot of green beans. The chicken thighs aren't that bad either. I think there's 7 grams of fat per 4 ounce serving. Order veggies, order a lot of carbs. Steak right here, turnip mash, which is really good, tastes just like mashed potatoes, except it's made with obviously turnips. You'd come here, and if you want to get creative with your meals, you can find meals that are more macro friendly and fit your meals. For instance, this bestseller right here is actually it's my favorite meal, honestly, from Snap Kitchen. It's the bison quinoa hash, 13 grams of fat, about 38 grams of protein, and 38 grams of carbs and 40 grams of proteins. Don't ask me how I know that. I just eat it a lot. The butternut macaroni is good as well. The chicken fried, honestly, all their food is great. Like, they just have really good food, and I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you may have access to this. Their meals just look really delicious. My mouth is like watering as I'm doing this. This is another one of my favorites. But for the first time, if you're watching this video, first time ever using Snap Kitchen, you guys can actually get $45 off. It says it right there. If you use my code, Shawley Coker, my first and my last name put together, Shawley Coker as a promo code at checkout, you'll get $45 off your first meal plan with Snap Kitchen. And I promise you, look at this Over Easy burger right here, man. It's another bestseller. This shit is so good. We have so many nuts. This shit is so good. We got the sweet potatoes, the lean patty, and the egg. It's so good. Their food is really good. Really good. So yeah, Shawley Coker, $45 off. So that is that. I actually have a conference with Sam Christian after this video. But I kind of wanted to talk about my plans moving forward. I know I kind of touched up on it earlier in this video. It's been kind of blah these last 2 to 3 weeks, especially with this whole coronavirus stuff, which is a very serious thing that's going on. A lot of people are being affected by this. A lot of businesses are being affected by this. But with everything, with all that happening and still trying to find ways to adjust and kind of get used to this style of life, I definitely think this is going to be something that's going to change life for a very long time, probably forever. But just to kind of touch up on my show, last year I competed in Vegas around July 24th to 25th. This year, instead of doing Chicago, since that show got pushed back to September and I don't want to prep through Alpha Land and all that stuff, the moving in and stuff, I'm going to try and push really hard for the Vegas show July 25th, I think this year, 26th, and do the same show that I did last year. Last year I competed for the first time at a pro show, or a pro qualifier, I guess, and I came in 4th, which was very, very good for my first time. And this year I'm gonna try and beat that. So as of right now, until further notice, is that the right thing to say? Until anything changes, that's the show we're going after, and I'm officially 14 weeks out from that. So the marathon series has some life again. So I finally have something that I can work hard for. I mean, I was working hard regardless, but I have something I can really work hard towards, and I'm really excited now because 1, Vegas is badass. 2, I'm very, very pumped to beat my last year's physique on the same stage in front of the same judges. I just literally have to beat my last physique and beat my last year's posing. So I'm very excited about that. It's gonna be a fun journey. You guys have 14 more weeks of this. So hopefully we'll be able to pick up the consistency of the videos, the upload frequency of the videos. It's been kind of tough with this coronavirus stuff. You're not really doing much except for INAKA and doing the same thing every day, which is staying at home. So just kind of wanted to update you guys on that. We have a very big launch this Saturday. Thought I was wearing one of the shirts. We have a shit ton of shirts. Go to INAKA Power on Instagram to follow us and check up on what's dropping this Saturday. This hat is gonna be one thing. Bunch of cool stuff dropping. The backpacks for sure are gonna be dropping this weekend at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that. But on that note, guys, I love you guys. Thank you guys for sticking with me, rocking with me. The guys who have rocked with me since episode 1 till now, I really appreciate it. And hopefully I'm able to reach out to more people in the midst of all this drama and mess. So I love you guys. I'll see you on the next one.